For this tutorial activity, we're going to take a look at a control called a slider. And what a slider is a control that you can put onto your screen that allows you to drag a button or a knob across the length of it. And depending on the knob's position on the horizontal line, it will return a value to you. Now you can set the minimum value and the maximum value, and you can also set the step size. In this example, we're going to create what I've called a color picker. And we are going to adjust 3 sliders. Those sliders are going to return a value between 0 and 255. And those are going to be the red, green, blue values for the color that fills this circle. So we're basically creating a RGB value set tool that allows us to determine the exact RGB value of any color we want. So to build this, I start with one window, and I have set mine to 500 by 375. You can make yours whatever size you want. I have put an image in the background, a colorful image, because we have created an application called a color picker. The controls I have used within my window are pretty straightforward. I have 3 sliders. One I have called the blue slider, one I have called the green slider, and one I have called the red slider. Each of those sliders has an associated text field with it, and I have called them by a similar name. This one stands for red number, and that would be the one beside the red slider. I have the green slider here, and beside it I have a text field called GNM, which stands for green number, and there's my blue slider, and beside it I have a text field called BNM, which stands for blue number. So what this text box is going to do is simply show the value that the slider creates when it moves. So there you would see the actual RGB numbers before they're put into the circle. Now I have a circle that I've called oval 1. I think that's the default name. And this is going to change colors depending on the position of the slider. And I also have a timer. Now the vast majority of my code, or actually all of my code I think, is in the timer. So the timer is going to be set to multiple. It's going to have a period of 50, so that means 20 times per second. It's going to read the values from these sliders, put the values into the associated text boxes, and then take these 3 values and accumulate them into the actual RGB number for the oval. So there we have it. Window, 1, 2, 3 sliders, 1, 2, 3 text boxes. I have a shape, and I have a timer. Assemble that, name everything appropriately, and you can certainly use different names than I did, but if you use these same names, it's going to make your coding look a little bit easier. All right, good luck.